What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My review of Batwoman, episode 13. Lucky 13. So the episode opens with a bedroom scene where a young man and young woman are about to have relations. It's a provocative start to the episode. And remember, this is Batwoman, so heterosexual relationships are discouraged. Come on, you know what's coming. Don't let a woman bite your neck.
What the hell? You insane?
What's wrong with you, man? So the woman bites the guy on the neck, which paralyzes him, and then she strings him up and drains his blood. Well, that's what you get for calling her babe.
Babe.
Babe? What is wrong for calling you babe? It's alright for you to... Oh, paralyze him and take all his blood? And string him up? How did she pick up a full-grown man and string him up? What is he hanging by? Like the ceiling fan? The wokeness continues. Meanwhile, at Wayne Tower. How'd they get a picture of Beth? When did they take a picture of Beth? So now we go back to Wayne Tower where everybody's talking about how they did everything they could to save Beth, yet she still died.
We kept her alive. We got her through the checkpoint.
Yeah, obviously not. She's dead.
Not, which means no one's out looking for her. And if my twin picked
Well, even when they were out looking for her, they couldn't find her. What the hell does it matter? It's also in this scene that Kate admits that Alice is still on the loose because of me. That's going to be important later. Next, we see that Jacob has been released from prison, and he's going to restore order to the city. And he also thinks that Alice is dead because Beth was killed, and they think that's Alice.
How does it feel to be exonerated?
Wait, how did he get out of jail?
Prevail's a good day in my book.
Proven you were framed by Alice and her gang. What are your next steps?
Wait, how many days has gone by?
Alice is dead.
I don't have no sense of time in this show. Is it a day? Is it 2 days? He was just in jail. Next, Jacob goes to the morgue and sees Beth, who he thinks is Alice, but still his daughter, and he says he feels nothing but hollow, which I kind of understand, I guess, at this point. What?
Could we have a moment, please?
Could they, could somebody, like a line of dialogue would fix it. It's been 2 weeks. Something. And Sophie's at the morgue with them, and you can tell he's kind of catching on to Sophie's shenanigans or her affection for Batwoman, because he's questioning her about, hey, listen, you said you had the shot. Why didn't you take the shot? And then we get like a goofy, like glamour shot flashback.
Call off the shoot.
Why do we need a flashback? This was just last episode. And why are you doing it in this Days of Our Lives like filter? But then again, maybe they think that not everybody's watching every episode. I'm starting to feel like I'm in the minority here. Next, we get this quick shot of Alice kind of skipping along in her new hideout, and she's all good. The whole blood disease thing had no adverse effects whatsoever. No long-term effects. She's good. She's all good. She should be walking around with like a limp or something.
This is all that was left in his hospital room.
He left his teddy bear. Cut back to Wayne's Tower where we see that Luke has taken the necklace from Beth and giving it to Kate. Kate's all like sad, and somber. It's really, really rough what happened. She's basically sentenced her real sister to death while trying to save the better version of her sister. And then she was killed. Watch last episode. Then he tells Kate that they don't have an ID on the van that was seen at the scene of the crime, so they really don't have any leads, and she's all depressed. And he's like, listen, what you need to do, because things have been so serious, you need to go catch a silly bad guy. Seriously.
And you could use the distraction.
Bring me in.
Wait, things have been too serious. You need a distraction? I thought fighting crime was her job. What do you mean she needs a distraction? It's time to go out and have some fun? How long has this freaking vampire been out there? The vampire lady, did this just happen? How much time has passed between the last episode? What is going on? So you can already see they're trying to work her gay bar into the storyline. You can see it coming from a mile away.
Really her demo, but what about Curse?
Not really her demo. How do you know what her demo is?
Invite only.
Oh, Curse.
Oh, this is where we make Luke look stupid because he doesn't know
I thought you said
about a certain club.
Curse, which is why I was like a club.
And then Kate gets all happy and she's like, I always wanted to kill a vampire. What?
I've always wanted to slay a vampire.
And now she's happy. 5 seconds ago it was all Beth. The real Beth died. I can't believe. I'm just gonna slay vampires.
Got something.
How did she hear that on a freaking rooftop? Come on. So Batwoman basically stumbles on the scene of the crime. They have a quick little fight. Nocturna bites her face. Was she bit her lip? Now, she's the worst superhero ever. She always gets captured. I thought she's paralyzed. How is she standing up?
Do this another night.
Yeah, see, this girl's all hunched over.
She injected you with a paralytic.
I got that.
And you have 6 crows incoming.
I got that too.
Gonna hit you with an adrenaline shot. Takes about 30 seconds to kick in.
So is
I don't got that.
wait. So is there like a syringe? Like, is her blood constantly being monitored by the batsuit? I'm seriously. Is there like some kind of? I mean, is there like an IV or something plugged into her arm at all times under the batsuit, monitoring her blood? I mean, toxin content. I mean, I don't understand it. How could he possibly know that? There's no sensor that would tell you that. And I'm gonna hit you with an adrenaline shot. Where's the little adrenaline? Where's that in the batsuit? Is it like in the belt? What do you? This is stupid. So after she's rescued by Sophie, again, of course it's Sophie.
Save
Of
her.
course it's Sophie.
She's unconscious, but she's still.
How is she always the one that finds her? Are they gonna start making? What is going on?
Which means there can't be.
Yeah, Batwoman, we can't keep saving you over and over again. You might want to actually get good at your job. How did they know about this? How did they know to come here? What did they hear? Was it that one scream? Everybody heard that and they just rushed? She goes to Mary's free clinic to get her blood work done. Real estate
You know
courses.
you can tell me anything?
At night.
Right? Yeah.
Real estate night courses?
So, maybe these...
So if you're gonna, I mean, if the Batsuit can monitor your blood, if the Batsuit can do that, well, why didn't they just do that here? Why didn't she come back to the Batcave and just run the analysis, the blood analysis here? Why did she have to go to Mary's free clinic? I don't know.
Never
Another jacket.
that thing.
How many jackets does she
Understand
have?
the actual thing that delivered the ketamine.
Luke uses this UV light to check out the Batsuit and says, hey, she didn't leave any trace of herself on the Batsuit. I'm not sure what he was looking for. So Kate suggested, since they don't have a lead, they're going to try to draw her out. Guess what, guys? We're going to have a gay party.
We're having a party.
We were having a party.
We're having a party.
Alice, the city likes Batwoman. because
Batwoman
she
is not
doesn't
competition.
subscribe to the rules. It makes her.
Y'all have been saving her more than she's
She gets to dress
been
up, cause
one up in
whatever
y'all.
mayhem she chooses, and zip line away to cheers and adjuration. That is not how protecting a city works.
I agree. So we work in the nightclub, and the thing is, they're trying to draw out Nocturna, but it really just turns into her and Sophie having another moment, and there's somebody else there, and of course, Sophie's going to the club. Okay. There's a lot of people here for a grand opening for a club that just... When does she have time to...
Mary's here.
I...
We just lure a vampire to us using
Come
a
on.
bar full of water.
Let me
Is that
guess.
Sophie?
Gotta be yeah, Sophie. Gotta be.
So that's the Sophie, huh?
Yep.
You've seen her before. Why? I don't understand why this is such a big deal.
Right?
Calm down, dude.
She drugged Batwoman last night, nearly killed her.
I didn't hear that.
Why are you telling Mary this?
Dad, and I'll kill you.
Why would you tell her this?
Too enjoyable for me.
Wait, why are you trying to hook her up?
Sorry,
How
but
do
I
you-
just totally cut it
She
between
didn't
you
know that
guys
she
like
was
the
gay.
weirdest person
Remember?
ever.
Because Sophie's
No,
she's in a
you're
prison
fine.
of her own
We're
making,
just
right?
Hi.
I work for the Crows. I'm here undercover. Let me tell you everything that's going on. I freed Batwoman last night.
So we can either sit here and make a reaction video, or you could go out there and figure
Make
out
a reaction
what's
video.
going on
It's
in
funny.
the
That's what I'm doing.
I'll look at jealousy.
Crow security. And here
It's
you
like a rom-com or something. This
Take
is
it you're not one of our
this is
clients.
so stupid.
I
God.
watched the Crows when I was a kid.
On the house.
Batwoman, pro or con?
Batwoman. Ooh, that is definitely gonna leave a mark.
Oh my god.
That was you're gonna cut yourself? Oh my god! Let's see if she just starts sucking on my finger. I don't know, but oh, Alice shows up. Oh boy.
We should talk about what happened.
You want to talk about what happened?
Talk.
Yeah,
Why?
okay. I'm with her on this one.
Do you think?
So does Kate Kane turn her in? She's like, no, I'm done with you. Does she call the cops? Does she dress up as Batwoman and beat her down and take her to jail? No, she just walks away.
I hope she was worth it.
So you're just gonna let her go again. You're letting her go. You're letting her go again. Again. So Alice just goes back to her hideout and she's talking to, I guess, an old face that she had of Mouse on a mannequin, and I guess she's kind of losing it, which I guess is understandable.
Why should I care if she doesn't love me?
What? We go back to the club where Luke and Kate are talking, and he's like, hey, we're gonna talk about the fact that you just talked to Alice and you didn't do anything about it. You didn't haul her in, nothing.
We gonna talk about this?
Yeah, talk about that.
Look, whatever hope I had for Alice is gone. No guilt trip that she can put on me will change that.
So why didn't you call the
I knew
cops?
that.
And in the security footage, they see Nocturna, or her alter ego. And in the facial recognition software kicks in. They say, oh, look, we just happen to have all this stuff on file, how she can't go out in the sun, and she... her kidneys are failing, so that's why she's stealing blood? But that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, she can't be exposed to sunlight, and her kidneys have trouble cleaning her blood.
That's why she needs fresh blood. And if Dad was her caretaker and he died,
And Natalia was left to her own devices.
got an address?
Nope, but I have Wayne's cameras.
She doesn't like sunlight,
Try to
and
find
her
out.
kidneys are failing, so she drinks blood? So we see Alice all strung up, and she's getting her blood drained, and she's like, well, you know, you can sit here and take my blood, but there's super special blood out there, you know? Remember Mary? She's got the super special blood. And Nocturna's like, oh, tell me all about it.
I don't want anyone to know I'm
Just
alive.
get a kidney transplant. How about that?
You don't.
So then Kate, as Batwoman, runs to Alice's hideout, which I would assume it looks like a new hideout, but somehow Kate just knows where it is. How did she know where she went? People are still waiting to get in this club that just opened today.
What did she inject me with?
Why did she take off her cowl?
It'll wear off soon.
Why would you take the mask off?
Lovely.
So then Alice hints that, I told her about Mary's superblood. So she's like, oh no. And then Kate looks at some of the rope that she used to string up Alice, and she determines that that's the rope that you pull bells with in a Catholic church. And then based on the rope, they're able to narrow down the church where I guess she just assumes that, you know, that Mary's going to be held up in, which that doesn't make any sense either. I mean, so she gets to the church, and it's like a scene from The Crow or something. I don't know. And she gets in a fight, and she gets beat up, and she's about to get bit again, but don't just wait for it. Alice shows up and like punches Nocturna in the face. Now they're working together. She works really fast, you know, stringing up all these people, draining them of blood. Oh, come on. What? She unplugged herself and she's good to go? Now they're fighting? Oh, come on. Now they've joined forces.
What's her type?
She just left. That's it. Man, Batwoman, you are a garbage superhero. You can't get anything done.
Look at her. It's me or nothing.
I don't. So what is Alice trying to do now? She's trying to be friends with her? I don't get it. So Nocturna runs up to the bell tower. I don't know why. I don't know if there was like an escape hatch or if she had like a escape pod or something. I don't know. Why would you run up if you're trying to get away from Batwoman? But okay. But Batwoman doesn't just follow her up the stairs. She, I guess, goes to another building, and so she can jump through the window in a dramatic fashion. I don't know why she did that. What did she do with the blood? Just get like transferred. How did she get up there?
It's over.
She was just downstairs. How did she go to another, instead of going upstairs, she thought it was faster to go across the way and get into another building and swing over?
You see victims?
They have a fight. Batwoman is getting her butt beat again. She breaks out the special UV light and burns her face, and she's able to cuff her. Damn. Batwoman, you suck. No, come on. And she just leaves her up there and goes back to check on Mary. Then Luke confronts Sophie about some security footage where he saw her basically let Batwoman go, and he's like, listen, I can't trust you. You're suspended, which I completely support.
It turns out my biggest problem, more, is that I no longer trust my second in command. You
That's a
need to
good point.
decide-
Boom! Sophie got suspended.
Get out.
Get out. So then we see Mary back at the clinic, and she's there with Kate, and Kate's got like a third jacket on. Another jacket! It's like the third jacket. I'm serious. What's the jacket budget on this show? Is she? Why is she at her own free clinic? Why didn't she just go to the hospital? Who's working on her? Does she have employees? Yeah. Who's taking care of her? Wait, now she's just walking in. She's just walking into Alice's hangout. Like it's all good. Not even as Batwoman, just as Kate Kane.
I never will. Not after everything you've done.
See, I don't believe you. I think somewhere
They're just practicing being catty. Who can be the most catty?
that you hadn't quite
No matter what you've done. Oh,
saving me.
some more great acting. Stupid is me in this show.
Maybe I don't want you to.
Then we flash back to Mary, who starts putting two together, you know, and she finds out the most obvious thing in the world, that Kate is is Batwoman. Shocker. What kind of skin condition doesn't it reacts that way to UV light?
Ketamine.
You have special K in your blood.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
Here we go. The flashbacks.
Nocturna. She drugged Batwoman last night.
She's putting it together. Everybody has a copy of the magazine just laying around.
You are totally Batwoman.
Wow. Revelation! Last scene is the bat symbol shooting up in the sky, and guess who turned it on? Sophie, who was just suspended, right, from the crows, but somehow she's able to get access to the top of GCPD. I guess she just has like a key card? I don't know. So she's waiting for Batwoman to show up, and they're like, she's like, hey, I lost my job. I don't know who I am without my job. What do I do? And then Batwoman's like, yeah, I know the feeling. I don't know who I am without my job. I'm thinking, why are we having this dialogue?
know the feeling. I mean,
Just hanging out talking like it's no big deal.
I'm not even 30.
And then the episode ends with them two kissing. No, she's gonna kiss her. I knew it! I knew it! Don't tell me you don't know that's Kate. So the show really just evolves into her relationship with Sophie. Everything else is just sort of secondary. The whole thing with Alice, I mean, they should have left Alice out of the picture for a couple episodes, you know? Have Nocturna be more... But she's barely even a villain of the week. It's just really sad. So here we go, another crappy episode. Everything is just thrown away. Alice is still there. Their relationship keeps going back and forth. It doesn't make any sense. So make sure you tune in next week, kids, where we see Sophie and Batwoman going and getting matching tattoos and working double shifts at the gay bar. It's going to be really interesting.